Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Alicia. In today's video, I'm going to be creating this eyeshadow look using the new Ace Beauté Floral Vintage Palette. This is what the outer packaging of it looks like, and the palette itself looks exactly the same. This retails for $49 on Ace Beauté's website. Now, I got mine from BoxyCharm's drop shop, so I got mine for like super cheap. I think I got mine for like $12, something like that. Which was crazy deal. So BoxyCharm is worth it to me just for like the drop shop items that you can get and things like that. But this is a 100% cruelty-free palette. They also market that they have non-toxic ingredients, which thanks. But anyway, you open this up and I mean, look at the detailing here. I just love it. Love the packaging of it. You've got a nice big mirror inside, and then inside you are getting 24 different eyeshadows. So 24 eyeshadows for $49. You're paying about $2 an eyeshadow, which I think is very good, especially for the quality that I have experienced with Ace Beauté. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a few swatches. I'm not gonna swatch the whole thing, but I am going to give you guys a few. Now, I have the ones that I have on my lids, I'm not going to swatch for you, but let's swatch this one because I love a good mauve purple. Let's do this green. Ooh, this like bronzy penny type color. All right, so here are what they look like. Oh, look at that. You see how smooth these are? Now this one, that's kind of a hard shadow to formulate. I'd be interested to see how that one wears. All right, then this one's gonna be kind of funky. But you can see just how pigmented these are. Swatches don't tell the full story. It just gives you an idea really of the colors. You don't really know how these perform until you actually put them on your eyes. I will say that all the ones that I use today and all the palettes that I've used in the past, every single shade that I have ever used has performed amazing. But let's go ahead and get in with this eye look. Okay, so I first off want to start and say that I love this packaging. I think it is just so like girly and pretty. I absolutely love it. I wore this kind of like chunky knit sweater with the huge bell sleeves just because, I don't know, I thought why not when trying a vintage palette. So this, like I said, is the Floral Vintage palette, and when you open it up, here are our shades here, and there are so many different fun looks that I want to create with this. So basically the way that they describe this is a lot of muted mattes and shimmers. It's just supposed to be very girly, very like florally, spring type of palette. So I thought that this would be perfect to bring out. I love this green. Of course, love this like mauve lavender type of shade. This pink shimmer here is just beautiful. Look at that. That would be such a pretty like inner corner highlight as well if you had like a really pink or like purple type of a look. Of course, love these mattes down here. Nice, dark, deep, rich mattes. I think you have everything you need to create a complete look with this palette. Also, this like pukey orange type of a color. You guys know I love those. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. And honestly, because we're going like more spring themed, I kind of wanted to go into the purple and the green, but I feel like I've been doing a lot of looks like that lately. So I think I'm really going to stick more to this orange because I really want to try this shimmer shade. I think that is such a stunning shade. And there is a up close, you know, kind of look at the palette. And we're going to go ahead and go in. I think I'm going to go in with this shade first, Daffodil. And it looks like these are all like flower shade names, like Begonia, Marigold. Now, personally, I am not into plants. I'm into fake plants. I cannot keep anything alive, I swear. I love them. I think they're so pretty, but I am not good with them. My sister is amazing with them. Okay, so that blended out amazing. I actually really like that shade. If you're anywhere close to my skin tone, this is like a really, really good transition shade. Like I could see picking this palette up specifically for that shade. All right, now I'm gonna go into a little bit of a smaller brush, and I think I'm gonna go into this shade right here, which is Begonia, and it is just like a beautiful peachy type of a shade. You guys know, cannot deny a peach. Oh, wow. So when you put that on, it is actually pretty bright. I did not expect it to be like that neon. It really is like a neon shade. You could put that, I could see putting that just all over the lid into the crease and you're done. I think that would be such a pretty look in the summertime. There we go. Now, the color that I have been waiting for, this is Calendula. I don't know, but we're going in. Here it is there. Now, by this time, I have done a few different reviews and tutorials with Ace Beauté's eyeshadow palettes. Honestly, I have been so impressed, and that's why you're going to continue to see more from Ace Beauté, because the formula, bitch, it's on point. Look at how reflective and shiny that is dry. Imagine if I put that on wet. Now, I'm not one that is huge on like wetting my brush and stuff like that. To me, I just want it to work, you know what I mean? I don't want to have to do all these extra steps. So that's another reason why I really appreciate Ace Beauté, or Butte, however you say it. All right, now this is definitely freaking neon. I think I'm going to go more into this shade over here, which is Dandelion, because I do have to go to work today. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pop this on the outer corner. You see how pigmented these are? I feel like each shade that I've put on really sticks out on its own. Like you can see the transition, you can see the lower crease shade, and then this one is also different from that, and you can see them, like they are not getting muddy. Another reason, like I said, I really have fallen hard for this brand. All right, and now I think I'm gonna go into this shade here, and I'm gonna use that as like a liner. That's the shade Daylilies. And I just stick to like my natural lash line. I don't do anything crazy most of the time. I start at the outer corner, and by the time I get into the center, I have this going into my lashes because I want it to fade very naturally. I just want it to look like the lash line is a little bit thicker than it naturally is. So this is going to be it right now, and I'm gonna go ahead, catch up the other eye, do my makeup, and we'll be back for the lower lash line. All right, guys, I'm back. I've got on the rest of my makeup. I'm gonna run you through what I have on the rest of my face very quickly. This is the L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. I have mine in the shade 25, which is cream beige. I have been loving this. I've used this every day since I tried it. I will have the video where I tested this out linked down below. I also have on the Patrick Star. This is the One Size Concealer. This is in Light 1R. I've taken the stopper out of here. That is how much I love this concealer. I will use this completely up and I may get another one. I set everything down today with my Too Faced Born This Way setting powder. I have mine in the shade Translucent. I forgot how much I love this setting powder. It is such a good one. For bronzer, I pulled out the Mario bronzer. This is in light medium, and I just really like this shade, honestly. For highlighters, I'm wearing two different ones. On my cheek, I have got on this Milk Makeup. This is the holographic highlighting powder, and this is in the shade Mars. I just thought with that like shifty type of a deal, you see how it's got kind of like some peachy pink. I just thought it would look really pretty with this look. So I put this only on my cheeks, and then everywhere else on my face, I've got on MAC Whisper of Guilt, which is a classic. Highly recommend this shade if you don't own it. This is one that is a favorite of everyone for a reason. It is such a good highlighter. Very similar to Wet n Wild Precious Petals, though, I will say that. And then for my blush, I put on this ColourPop one from the Tinkerbell collection. This is in Magic Moon, and this is a Super Shock cheek. And this is what it looks like here. It does have a little bit of shimmer, although I don't feel like that comes off on your face. Brows, of course, is Anastasia Beverly Hills medium brown pomade. And then for lipsticks, I have on a mixture of two. I have MAC Myth, and then this is Kinda Sexy. I will have my lipstick collection posting soon, or a good majority of my lipstick collection anyway. And I did do swatches of like all of my MAC bullet lipsticks. So if you're interested, that is coming. I've already started editing it, but it's an hour and 40 minutes. So it's a lot to edit. I'm getting to it. All right, let's go ahead and finish with the lower lash line. And I think I'm just gonna really keep it very simple. I think I'm gonna go in with this Dandelion shade. And I'm gonna get that as close to the lashes as I can. How freaking pigmented are all of these oranges and peaches that I used? I'm telling you guys what, if you have not tried Ace Beauté eyeshadows, I don't know what you're doing. And especially if you're subscribed to BoxyCharm, I got this in the drop shop for super cheap. Now I'm going to go back into that shade we did the upper lash line with, and I'm just going to do the lower lash line with that. So back on that same little liner brush, and I'm going to get this as close to I can to my lower lashes, and I'm just going to smudge this out. And I'm only doing this like on that outer third over here. I like doing that because I feel like it kind of lifts the eye. And then last off, I'm going to go into this shade right here, which is called Musk Rose. And it looks just like a pinky champagne type of a color. And I'm going to put that. Oh, that is pretty. That with like a light. It's highly reflective too. Holy shit. That with just like a light color crease shade would be very pretty as well. This like all over the lid. All right guys, I'm going to go ahead, finish up my other eye, and then we'll be back for the final thoughts. This is the completed makeup look. I am really happy with it. I think that even though we put on like some neon type of oranges, I think it is very wearable actually. Everything was so easy to work with, as has been my experience with previous Ace Beauté palettes. This is the biggest probably Ace Beauté or Ace Beaut, however you say it, palette that I have. And it's not too big. Like I feel like this is very easy to work with, very comfortable to hold in your hand. I love the design of this palette. I think it is so beautiful. I think the quality of the eyeshadows in here are very, very good. I mean, seriously, this is becoming one of my all-time favorite brands that I have ever tried. If you got a nice big mirror in here in case you want to travel with this. This is safe to travel with. I mean, I would feel comfortable. This is like a pretty sturdy palette. Feels durable. But yeah, $49 for 24 eyeshadows. You have everything you need in this palette to do a complete eye look. You can do neutral looks. You can do colorful looks. I love this palette. And there are a whole lot more mattes in this palette actually than there are shimmers. So I feel like you can really get a lot of depth with this palette. I could see even pulling this palette out to pair with other palettes just because there are all of those mattes that are so necessary completing eyeshadow looks. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Obviously, this gets a thumbs up from me. I have got a few more from Ace Beauté coming. So be on the lookout for those. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye, guys.